I am making a Galaxy Eyes deck profile. This deck has been really fun, and I feel like it's only going to get better in Master Duel 5. So right now, it can be played in either Master Duel 4 or 5. Anyway, moving on to the deck profile, I play 2 copies of Galaxy Wizard. Once per turn, its level can increase its level by 4. And what's funny is, if I remember correctly, no. But its other effect is you contribute it to add 1 Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. Then, probably the best searcher of the deck, I play 3 copies of Photon Orbital. During your main phase, you target a Galaxy or Photon monster you control, equip it with it. That equipped monster gains 500 attack and it can't be destroyed by battle. But by sending Orbital to the grave as cost, you can then add any Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. Then I play 2 copies of Photon Advancer. At first, I didn't care about this card because I thought it was just another Photon Charge Man where once per turn you can have it gain 1,000 attack points. And it was a normal summon. But this is actually a free summon if you control a Photon monster. You can only special summon it once. But while there's another Photon monster in play, it gets 1,000 attack. So it's actually a pretty good card, even though I didn't like it at first because I didn't read its effect. Then I play 3 copies of Photon Vanisher. Vanishers cannot be normal summoned or set. It can only be special summoned if you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. It can only be summoned once per turn. But when it's summoned, you can add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. Which, if you don't see Galaxy Eyes throughout a game, you probably lost that game. Then I play 3 Photon Thrasher, just a free summon if you control no monsters. Then I play 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. It's a free summon by discarding a light monster, and you can only summon it that way once per turn. But when it's... my bad. You can summon it as many times as you want with that effect, but you only get it search once per turn. And in search lets you add 1 Galaxy monster from deck to hand. In other decks like Cyber Dragon or Constellar, it would just search itself. But in Galaxy Eyes, you usually search Galaxy Knight or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Then I play 2 Galaxy Brave, not 3. 3's bad. But you can reveal a Photon monster from your hand, special summon it, and it gets that monster's level. And then you can target a Galaxy monster in your graveyard and it gets its attack and defense points. So it can be level 8 or 4 by revealing Galaxy Wizard. I play 3 Galaxy Knight. Galaxy Knight's a free normal summon if you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. However, if you do that, its attack becomes 1,800 till the end of the next turn, and it cannot attack. However, when it's summoned, you can target 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in your grave and special summon it. And to finish off the monsters, I play 3 of the most important monster in the deck. If you're not playing 3, there might be something wrong with you unless you don't have 3 copies of it. I play 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. You hardly ever use any of its effects, instead you just use it to Xyz summon. But its effect is it's a free summon by attributing 2 monsters that have 2,000 or more attack points. And if it battles a monster, you can banish it and the other monsters to the end of the battle phase. Then if the banished monster was an Xyz monster, Galaxy Eyes then gains 1,000 attack for every material that Xyz monster had when banished. That is it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, I play 1 Galaxy Trance. This card you pay 2,000 life points to target a Photon monster in your grave, special summon it, and 1 Galaxy monster from your grave from your deck with the same level, not grave. They're both on defense and their effects are negated. However, this does let you know, the only monster in this deck this locks you is Cyber Dragon Nova Infinity. Other than that, everything is a Photon or Galaxy. And I play 1 copy of Photon Stream of Destruction. I'm currently testing this card because I like the concept of it, just being able to target something and banish. But if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. and it can only be activated during your opponent's turn if you control a Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon. Then I play one copy of Rank Up Magic Numeron Force. This card is funny when it goes off because most people don't realize that it's a mass negation effect, where you target one number you control, summon a chaos number with the same type as that monster from your extra deck but one rank higher, and then after that, it negates the effects of all face-up cards on the field except for the Xyz monster you summoned and itself. So what that means is you can use it to summon No, that's not a number. You can use it, Giant Grinder to summon this, summon Giant Hunter, have it blow up your opponent's Chaos Max Dragon since effects are negated, and then deal 4,000 damage. Don't know why Giant Hunter was the first thing that came to mind, but it was. And I play 2 copies of Galaxy Zero. This is a monster reborn for Photon and Galaxy monsters. It summons them back from the attack position and equips to them. However, when it's equipped with this, their effects are negated. But when this card goes to the grave, that monster's attack becomes 0. Which often doesn't matter because your opponent's destroying it. It's because you're either activating it now, or you're trying to destroy it so you can use Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon's effect. Then I play 2 copies of Galaxy Expedition. If you control a level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster, usually Photon Dragon, you can special one level 5 or higher Photon monster from your deck in defense position. You can only activate 1 per turn. I only play 2 of it because it's a hard return card. And I play 3 copies of Trade-In, because normally if you search Galaxy Eyes, you'll end up discarding it to draw 2 cards. Then probably the best spell card in the deck, 3 Photon Sanctuary. On release, Photon Sanctuary was meant to allow you to summon Galaxy Eyes for free. But now, with the 2 Photon tokens it summons, there are light thunder monsters with 2,000 attack and 0 defense. You use them to summon Galaxy Eyes Soulfire Dragon. Although I have seen some variants using 3 Thunder Dragon, and so that they can activate this, Link summon, or they just weirdly toss this in with 3 Thunder Dragons and a Colossus. But now it's only used to summon Soul Flare, discard, because Colossus is banned. And that is it for the spell cards. Next, for traps, I play 1 Tachyon Spiral Galaxy. This card is fun because it lets you target a Dragon Galaxy monster you control until the end of the turn. It can't be destroyed by battle, and it's unaffected by other card effects, except for its own. But the fun part, you can activate from your hand if you control a Tachyon Dragon monster. Then to finish off the traps, I play 3 copies of probably the best counter trap in the game, Tachyon Transmigration. This card is stupid against decks that make high chains like Prank Kids or, don't know if it's still a thing, but Chain Burn. Because what this does is, when activated, or if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, negate the activation of your opponent's spell and trap card or monster effect that's activated. Or basically when you use it, because you control a Galaxy Ice monster, it negates not only something that your opponent's doing, but it negates all of their effects in a chain. So like your opponent goes chain 5 with Prank Kids. There you go. Chain 1 Roxy's, chain 2 Roxy's, Fansies, chain 3 Lampsies, chain 4 Dropsies, chain 5 Place. You can go chain 6 Transmigration, and Transmigration negates all of the other cards before in the chain and then puts them back into the deck. So it doesn't even destroy. But once again, because it's a Tachyon card, if you control Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, you can activate it from your hand, which is nuts. That is it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, I play 3 copies of the only Link monster that this deck even cares about. Some people say I should play Hippo Shengen, but I just tell them that they're not. No. Usually I think they're drunk. But Galaxy Eyes Soulfire Dragon requires 2 light monsters, including a monster with at least 2,000 or more attack. If it's Link's done, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. And then during your opponent's main phase, you can discard a Photon card and a Galaxy card, or discard Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon since it's both Photon and Galaxy. So then target an opponent's special summon monster and destroy it. You can only use that effect once per turn. The only rank for this deck plays is 1 Star Liege Photon Blast Dragon. When it's Xyz summoned, you can special summon a Photon monster in your hand, and then while it's Xyz summoned monsters on the field, your opponent cannot target or destroy monsters that have 2,000 or more attack points on your field. And because of it only having 1,800 attack points, you can equip it with Photon Orbital. Now it protects itself. But on its own, it protects other monsters. And then, once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can quick effect use material, then target one of your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons that's in your hand, or that's banished. What the? That's banished or in your graveyard, and special summon it. So you can summon a Galaxy Eyes from your deck or from your hand, and then during your opponent's turn, use material, summon another Galaxy Eyes that's banished during your graveyard. It's a decent card. Then I play 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. Obviously, I only use that to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity, which can be summoned by using a Cyber Dragon Nova you control. And that's actually going to be used in my Troll deck I'm still working on. Need to get 1 more Phantom of Chaos for that. But due to its effect, by using 1 material, it can negate an opponent's spell, trap, or monster effect and negate and destroy it. And it gets 200 attack points for each material it has. So when you summon it, it has 2,700 attack points. But it can target 1 attack position monster on the field and attach it to it as material. And if it tries out with an Xyz monster, that Xyz monster's materials go to the graveyard. Then I play 1 number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. If this card has a Photon card as material, it can't be destroyed by card effects. And it has 2 effects so that it can, if your opponent would activate a monster effect, you can use material, negate the card. And if you detach the Galaxy monster, then that card's destroyed. And during your opponent's turn, it has a quick effect of you can target 1 Galaxy or Photon monster in your deck and either add it to your hand or attach it to it as material. Then moving on to the dragons of the extra deck, I play 1 Cypher Dragon. This card lets you use material, target an opponent's monster, take control of it. Its effects are negated, its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and its attack points change to 3,000. However, when you use this effect, only the original copy of Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon is allowed to attack directly. However, if it steals an Xyz monster, then you can use it to summon cards like Full Armor Photon or Cypher Blade Dragon. Then I play 1 copy of number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This card's fun when it can be used, but once per battle phase or the start of your battle phase, you can use 1 material so that then you can negate the effects of all their face-up monsters in play, and their attack points return to normal. So that means is your opponent can try to attack you with a monster that would make itself stronger than your Tachyon Dragon. Or your opponent can have a monster like Cyber Dragon Infinity in play. They can go to attack because it has enough materials that's stronger. But if you've already done Infinity's effect, you can use Tachyon's effect, negating Infinity's effect permanently and returning its attack back to 2,100. However, that you barely ever care about the timing, because normally you're using its effect during your battle phase. But it does the exact same thing. But I'm just butchering this now. I'm restarting. I don't know how to word. So, use the material during your battle phase. So now that every other monster on the field has effects negated and their attack points return to normal. However, if your opponent activates a card or effect during the battle phase, like they try to use Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy a Stellar Trap card, now Tachyon Dragon gains 1,000 attack points and gets a second attack. Because it gets 1,000 attack for every effect your opponent uses during the battle phase, when its effect is used, and a second attack. Then I play 1 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. If your opponent activates a spell card, quick effect activates a spell or effect, meaning a spell card or the effect of a spell. So, like if they already have a face-up diagram and go to use diagram's effect, and Titanic Galaxy negate the effect and attach it to it as material. And if your opponent's monster attacks, you can use one of its materials to redirect the attack to itself. And if an Xyz monster on the field is destroyed, you can target one monster on the field and give it that Xyz monster's attack to the targeted monster, which can include itself. Play one number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. If it does not have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon's material, it can only do half damage. But by using one material at the start of the battle, at the start of the damage step, it gains 200 attack points for the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters in play. So if you have 3 rank 8s, your opponent has 2 rank 4s and a rank 5, then it gets 200 attack for their combined rank. Then I play one copy of Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. You can use some of this card using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you control as material. But by using one material, you can target one face-up card on the field to destroy it. And if Cypher Blade Dragon be destroyed, you can summon Cypher Dragon back in your graveyard. Play one Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. Full Armor Photon, the exact same as Cypher Blade, except it can target any card. And then once per turn, you can use a material from, or you can attach a material to target. Oh. Its other effect, though, lets you target 2 equipped cards equipped to it, and they become materials. Then I played one copy of Chaos number 107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This is the card you would use the rank up magic for. But by using one material of it, while Tachyon Dragon is a material, it negates all face-up cards your opponent controls and prevents them from using more card effects until the end of the turn. And its generic effect, you can tribute 2 monsters that can make 3 attacks on monsters. And to finish off the extra deck, I play one copy of Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Neo Galaxy Eyes is a fun card because if you use Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to summon it, then it negates the effects of all other face-up cards on the field except for itself. Then by using one material, it removes materials, all overall units from your opponent's monsters, gains 500 attack for each material sent to the graveyard, and 1 attack in addition to its original attack for each material sent. So your opponent has 2 rank 4s, one has 2 materials and the other has 1. All 3 are sent to the grave. It gains 1500 attack and gets 4 attacks. That is it for my Galaxy Eyes deck profile. If you have any ideas what I can do to improve the deck, then feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching, and I apologize for my constant stuttering. I'm bad at wording. Anyway, thanks for watching.